Talk about a dream. How does it sound to sit by a beach right now?
I think it sounds fantastic. I don't even care if it's raining on the beach, right?
This rain has been horrible all day long. It makes me want to get away and go somewhere warm.
Right. And so if you're thinking of booking a trip to the coast, travel experts say the time to make your 2023 travel plans right now.
The people are not only traveling, but now is the time. January is always in the history of travel. January is the time that people start thinking about traveling. It's because they've been with their friends and families over the holidays and they're like, yeah, what are we going to do this year? So it's always crazy time to book. And it's actually the best time to find your deals.
Well, there are so many options when it comes to planning a trip.
You could fly overseas, you could have a road trip through the mountains, or maybe a cruise with family and friends. Our travel expert breaks down what to expect this year.
Smaller ships are coming back. So many people are like, okay, 7,000 people is a bit too much for me. So we're seeing that. We are seeing more family-oriented cruises. It's been in the past very tough to find a cabin for 5. So some of our family cruise lines are being more open and having that. There's a lot of demand and people are thinking that. So people are finding that, oh, I'm going to stop at this local hotel and it's sold out. And especially if you're in a smaller city. Now, if you're going to a big city, I think, you've got a lot of flexibility, but don't be surprised if you pull up into a hotel and it's sold out. Because airlines are starting to put more itineraries back. We're seeing more flights coming back as the demand is growing. So I think you're going to see it's starting to trend a little bit down.
Experts say airports are bouncing back after the pandemic when most flights, of course, were grounded. Charlotte Douglas International Airport say they saw more passengers in 2022 than they did in 2021. Last year, 48 million passengers flew through Charlotte compared to the 43 million the year before. Airport officials say as airlines continue to add back those flights, like you just heard, they hope to reach the 50 million passenger mark that they reached in 2019 before the pandemic began.
Road trips are often an easier way to travel, but gas prices really change how much these kinds of trips will cost you. We've seen prices at the pump come down from the record highs that we saw last year, but they are still trending back up right now. Gas Buddy says at the moment, the average, it will cost you $3.35 a gallon to fill up. That's about 46 cents more than what drivers were paying just last month. Experts say we could see prices hit $4 a gallon.
Keep in mind, we're also not expecting another record-setting year like we saw last year. I do expect that the national average is a very good chance of hitting $4 a gallon by spring, but I'm hopeful that we will also be able to avoid the $5 a gallon national average that we saw last year.
We all want that. Experts say a smaller supply of oil reserves is driving up prices. Releases of crude oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, which happened to lower prices, have now wrapped up.
Now, you may be nervous to head to an airport after the chaos that we saw during the holidays. That massive snowstorm right before Christmas, Southwest canceling thousands of flights, it left a lot of people stranded, waiting in what seemed like endless lines, while others were forced to cancel their trips just altogether.
We were excited about the trip. So now they said we can't leave until January 3rd. And of course we can't leave January 3rd because everybody goes back to work by that time. So yeah, a lot disappointed.
In the wake of all of those cancellations, Southwest hired an outside consulting firm to review what went wrong and to help the airline avoid issues like this in the future. The airline is also working with General Electric to update software that helps Southwest make crew assignments. Now, travel insurance, probably something you want to consider to avoid any of those headaches. Spending a few extra bucks on this kind of policy can protect you from things like if you do have to cancel your trip due to a death or a sudden emergency. It also covers weather-related issues. Different policies will cover different situations, so make sure that you're looking at that fine print. Here's a big one. Apple AirTags can also be a game changer. You can use the trackers to locate lost luggage. Oftentimes, airlines will track your bags being loaded onto the plane, but if the airline can't track them down, this is a way for you to track them on your own.
A big hurdle for traveling is how expensive it can be. I know you're hearing that at home. A plane ticket, gas, rental car, hotel, it all adds up. Well, our travel expert says the key is booking the trip as early as you can.
you are always going to find your best deals at least 6 months out. So people don't think that. And I think years ago, it used to be the trend, oh, I'll get that last minute deal because something's not sold. We've got everything's sold out. If it's not sold out, it's, they're not willing to give a deal. So they need to be booking further out.
As you're planning your 2023 trips, will you drive or fly? A new survey found most people in North Carolina would rather drive for 5 hours than get on a 1-hour flight. So we asked the people around the office what they plan on doing. Here's what they said.
I would much rather take a 1-hour flight than drive for 5 hours.
Where are we going though?
I'd rather fly for an hour.
Definitely fly.
Fly for an hour.
Do I have to pay for the plane ticket?
I would rather fly for 1 hour.
If I have to pay for the plane ticket, then I'm gonna drive. Because 5 hours is really not a big deal.
I'll take a 1-hour flight.
Take a 1-hour flight.
I'd rather drive.
You know what? No. Drive for 5 hours.
And it's only 5 hours. That way you can spend time listening to music, or if you're me, then you just FaceTime your sister the whole time.
Because I like road trips. And in the airport, everything that happens in the airport, the baggage claim, all of that, the lines, is going to equal up to a whole road trip. I can just be there.
I would fly because it's quicker and then I can start doing more activities sooner.
It's easy. You can put me on a plane and fly anywhere. I'll fly for 5 hours. I don't care. I'll fly for 24 hours. I just really don't like driving.
I do like driving. I would like to drive, but 5 hours and 1 hour is a little bit of a stretch to compare them.
5 hours in a car is a long time. I've done it before. If it can save me some money, absolutely.
I value my time a lot. I don't want to spend more time than I need to. And I can relax. I could fall asleep.
It's just a bad experience. I don't like being in the car very long. I also get car sick, which is not fun. I don't get plane sick. So yeah, fly me, baby.
I'm going to say we're both on the same page. I'm going to guess we're both
I don't
fly
know.
me.
No, I'm a driver.
What?
I love to get in the car. I love listening to podcasts. I love just cranking down the road, blaring your radio.
All right, people, there's not enough snacks. There's not enough coffee.
Oh, no.
There's not
Listen,
enough anything
road trips
for
are
all
great
those road
because
trips.
it's one of the few times you get to eat junk food and not feel bad about it. You can go to the gas station, load up on chips, candy, that big gulp. Yeah.
No. Get me out of the car. Get me into the airplane.
You have fun waiting at the gate with someone else having your fate in charge.
I will be there hours before you get there, and I won't have made all those stops at the convenience
But I will
store.
have my luggage when I get there. You might not.
We're going to just agree to disagree. All right, how about that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Either way, it's a trip.